Hi guys, so this is the front camera video comparison between the Samsung Galaxy S20 Fan Edition, the Galaxy A71 and the OnePlus Nord. Now here first of all you are looking at the 4K at 30 frames per second resolution, and this video is going to give you an idea about the voice recording quality of all these phones as well. So here the S20 Fan Edition is capable of recording the top-notch 60 frames per second in 4K resolution. On the other hand, the A71 cannot do 60 frames per second in any of its modes, and the OnePlus Nord can do 60 frames per second in 1080p mode. It can do 4K in 60 frames per second. So right now I am holding all the phones on this multi-phone tripod, and you can get an idea about the stability of these videos as well. I can see that the OnePlus Nord has a slightly cropped in sensor. The Nord has this advantage that it can use its ultra-wide camera for the front videos too, as it has an extra ultra-wide shooter on the front. Let me now show you around, and then I am going to switch the resolutions on all these phones. Okay, now this is your look at the front camera's 1080p at 30 frames per second video. I am actually going to show you the videos in the common modes only. I'll try to show you the 60 frames per second 1080p comparison between the Nord and the S20 Fan Edition, but unfortunately, as I told you, the A71 is not capable of this 60 frames per second. Now it's been a couple of days that it's raining in my city, and it's really cold here. I was waiting for the sun to come out to record this camera comparison, but in the end I decided to go with this weather, because you guys know that on YouTube timing is everything. I cannot really delay my videos for any further time. So here is your look at this comparison today. Now guys, drop your feedback about these videos in the comments, and you know, a subscription to my channel would be massively appreciated, as Mr. Who's the Boss says. Let me now show you around. And now this is the front camera 1080p at 60 frames per second from the Galaxy S20 Fan Edition and the OnePlus Nord. The A71 does not make it to this comparison. So now you can see that the stability is hurt. It's hurt more than a lot. I can see the video shaking really well, and once again you guys are going to be the judge for the video resolution and the mic's voice recording quality, because as I noted earlier, the mic's voice recording quality definitely changes itself with the changing resolution modes on a smartphone. If you want to see 4K at 60 frames per second video of the S20 Fan Edition's front camera, it's already on my channel in the camera review of this phone, so you can take a look at that. Okay, I just forgot that the OnePlus Nord does support 60 frames per second in 4K resolution from its front camera. So I just came home from where I was shooting earlier, and this is just to show you guys the 4K 60 frames per second comparison between the S20 Fan Edition and the OnePlus Nord. From here it looks like the OnePlus Nord is taking out a really nice and soft footage. The S20 Fan Edition's video looks a little bit sharp to me. It's actually more sharp than the OnePlus Nord, but once again you guys are going to be the judge, and here is your look around for the highlights and the shadows. Drop your feedback in the comments below. Let's take a look at the rear camera videos. First of all, these are the ultra-wide 4K 30 frames per second videos on your screen. The A71 has electronic image stabilization. Both the S20 FE and the Nord have optical image stabilization. These videos are shot handheld. one is a standard 4K 30 frames per second video on all the phones. The Nord in the videos has boosted the colors. A71 lacks the details. Both the S20 FE and Nord have a very good stabilization. Let me know which phone's video result do you like the most. Now this is your look at the 1080p 30 frames per second videos, and right after this, you will take a look at the ultra wide 1080p at 30 fps video. A71's hardware is capable of recording 60 frames per second videos, but Samsung has not given us this option to date. The Nord has 1080p 60 frames per second for its rear camera, while the S20 FE has the 4K at 60 fps for both its front and the rear cameras. We get a very nice pro video mode on the S20 FE with custom video resolution. On the Nord we have 4K 30 frames per second cine mode. The A71 is not powerful enough when it comes to capturing the videos. It's time to take a look at the images now. Let's start it off with the wide selfies. Both S20 FE and the A71 have a wide mode for the selfies, but the Nord has an actual 8 megapixels ultra wide camera on the front. So this is the wide mode of the A71 and the S20 FE versus the ultra wide camera of the Nord. Look at my face on the A71. It is highly saturated. S20 FE has a natural look, Nord has a very soft look. The details are best on the S20 FE. Nord's front ultrawide doesn't produce very high details. A71's look is too much beautified. Here is a wide live focus selfie on the S20 FE and the A71. Nord's portrait doesn't work for the ultra wide front camera, so this one is through its main 32 megapixels front sensor. The background blur on the S20 FE and the A71 is more intense. Nord has a very good depth effect too. Details are once again best on the S20 FE. A71 again has a more saturated look. If you look at my hoodie, it is completely fine on the S20 FE. It's a bit white-end on the A71, and it is fine on the Nord. Edge detection is fine on all the phones. I have no complaints there at all. Here is a normal selfie on all the phones. You can see that in the standard mode the Nord offers a wider frame. Both the S20 FE and the A71 have a slightly cropped in frame in their standard mode. The overall result remains the same. A71 is maintaining that soft and saturated look throughout all these selfies. And this one again is a standard live focus versus a portrait mode selfie on the Nord. And now this is a 32 megapixels high-res selfie comparison. I am using the same selfie on the Nord because the Nord doesn't offer confusing front camera options for the photos. But there are so many different resolution options on the S20 FE and the A71. In this image you can see the saturation getting a bit high once again. The details are quite good on all the phones. This time the A71's colors are too different as compared to the other two phones. Here is another set of selfies. Check out the A71. It is blowing off the highlights. In these images the A71 has the best look for the background. My hoodie is more saturated on the S20 FE this time. The details once again are high on the S20 FE and they are good on the Nord too. Let me know about your choice for the front camera from these smartphones. Let's take a look at the low light and the night mode selfies. Both the S20 FE and the A71 can capture the selfies in the night mode, but the Nord cannot. Nord suffers greatly with the low light selfies S20 FE has when it comes to capturing this kind of selfies. Let's take a look at some images of my nieces. This is the ultra-wide comparison. First of all, I shot these images from different angles. These phones offer almost a similar wide angle, so don't get confused there. Let's talk about the colors first of all. Look at that red color. It is oversaturated on the A71. It is looking good on the S20 Fan Edition, and it is a bit dull on the Nord. Now look at the blue color. Blue is being maintained well on all the phones. The face of my niece is looking extra bright on the A71. These are the normal images now. The A71 just loses itself when it comes to maintaining the highlights in the images. The red color isn't looking good at all on this phone. This time the red is looking appropriate on the S20 FE. The Nord has also added slightly more saturation on the red color. Details are equally good on all the phones. The rear camera portraits now. Nord has the best depth effect. The reds are blown off on the A71 once again. S20 FE's colors are good and the Nord again falls at the second place for the colors. Nord's colors are a lot under control as compared to the A71's colors. These new phones have crazy edge detection and I seriously like it on all the phones. Now here, the A71 in my opinion has the best colors. It has a cool tone. The details are better on the S20 FE, especially if you look into that water droplet. It looks amazing on the Fan Edition. Nord has a warmer look. The background is nicely blurred on all the phones, and remember that this is a normal image. It's not a portrait and you still get a very nice depth effect. Autumn is at its peak right now and it also happens to be my favorite season. Here, the S20 FE is giving us the best autumn look. The yellowish look on the S20 Fan Edition makes the leaves look amazing. A71 is blowing off the highlights right in the middle of the street. Nord isn't blowing these highlights, but it has an extremely cool tone for this image which looks almost dull. Here is an image to judge the details. A71 isn't doing good with the sky through the leaves. Nord has the best look for the sky. S20 Fan Edition has better dynamic range. A71 makes the tree's trunk pinkish. The Nord has poor details but it maintains a very good look of the sky as I said earlier. Now this is the same image, just a slightly different angle here, and let's move on to the other images now. Take a look at the background once again. The cool tone on the sky looks amazing through the Nord. A71 has a very nice overall look for the colors. S20 Fan Edition is adding that extra brightness to the image and that's not looking good here. I am talking about this particular image. Shadows are the best on the S20 FE with the A71 falling at the second place, and the Nord is making the shadows look too dark. Here is a series of images to give you a better idea about the details, edge detection and the depth effect as well. Look at that color depth on the A71, it looks good. The flower is too bright on the S20 FE and it's fine on the Nord. All phones have a different look for these images. The colors are really different on all these three phones. The background also has a different look. Edge detection is the same on all the phones. This now comes down to the personal color preference. Let me know which phones look are you finding the best among these. Here is an ultra-wide image. The Nord has the most pathetic ultra-wide camera. S20 FE's ultra-wide has the best result here. A71's ultra-wide camera is a little dull. The same image in the normal mode, look at the floor. It is highly detailed on both the S20 FE and the A71. Nord isn't maintaining the details on the floor. A71's image has the sky dull once again. The Nord is adding extra light to the sky. The S20 has it well balanced. This is now 10x versus 8x versus the 10x zoom on these phones. And now this is 30x on the S20 FE. This is just to give you guys an idea about the zoom capability of these phones. Let me show you yet another set of images. This is first of all an ultra wide image on your screen. Keep your eyes on the greenery and check out the level of details, especially on the S20 Fan Edition, as it keeps them intact. Now this is once again 10x versus 8x versus the 10x zoomed in image. And now this is 30x zoom on the S20 Fan Edition. On the A71 and the Nord, I have cropped a 64 megapixels and 48 megapixels image, and this is what you get after cropping these images. These new pixel binning cameras cannot match the quality produced by a telephoto lens. Let's take a look at some of the indoor images. For this Rubik's Cube, the S20 FE has maintained the real colors. Both the A71 and the Nord are making the yellow blocks look slightly green. The image overall looks good on all the phones. Take a look at this one. Just check out the level of details on the S20 FE. You can literally look into that red color. This is yet another set of images to check the color composition of all the phones. Let me know which one has impressed you the most. Here is an ultra-wide indoor comparison. Check out that white wall and the sofa. You will find it better on the S20 FE and the A71. The Nord looks like it has no details in the image at all. The same set of images in the normal mode. This time the A71 has lost itself again. The sofa is too soft and dull on the A71. The real color and the details of the sofa are being maintained on the Nord, and the S20 FE falls at the second place this time. The non-night mode and the night mode images are on your way now. I like the OnePlus Nord's low light performance a lot, unless I saw the S20 FE's night mode performance. If you closely look at the images now, the OnePlus Nord is making the images too warm. It looks like the Nord has some yellow or greenish tint over the images. The A71 struggles a lot to keep the details alive in its low light photos. The S20 FE does its job perfectly well with the low light and the night mode images. It maintains the details well. It has a cooler tone for all the low light images, and it doesn't blow off the lights like the other two phones are doing here. All phones can use a ultra-wide camera for the night mode photos too. In their own league, all these phones actually have a very good result, but only as long as you haven't seen something better. You can also drop your own analysis about these low light images in the comments below. And with this, our mega camera comparison comes to an end. I know that the S20 FE belongs to a different league, but the whole purpose of making this camera comparison was just to show you what you can get for those extra bucks and what will you get if you just want to focus on a slightly lower budget. The S20 FE has a flagship camera and it pretty much speaks for itself. The A71's result is quite close to the Galaxy S20 FE because both phones are using Samsung's camera sensor. Just in case you don't know, the S20 FE is using the same camera sensor that we get on the S20 Plus, and on the Galaxy A71 we are getting the Samsung GW1 Bright ISO cell sensor. The Nord in comparison to these phones has quite a different look because of its Sony IMX586 sensor on the top of the Snapdragon 765G image sensor. The Nord in comparison to these phones has quite a different look because of its Sony IMX586 sensor on the top of the image processing provided by the Snapdragon 765G chipset. The Nord's ultra-wide camera is not that good for the images. On the other hand, both the S20 FE and the A71 have a very powerful ultra-wide camera sensor. For me, the S20 FE definitely wins this comparison, but it definitely has its price too. The Nord and the A71 fall at the same place because Both phones have their own pros and cons. If I have to shoot the videos only and I am given the choices like the A71 and the Nord, I will pick up the Nord over the A71 as the Nord offers OIS too. But for the photos, the A71 will suffice as well. In the end, this choice is yours to make, so choose wisely. Feel free to drop your analysis in the comments section below. If you loved this video, please subscribe. With that said, I will sign off and see you all in the next one.